Hello, hello, hello. I
Hi.
just want to check, make sure that we are in the group. And then, yes, say hello, everyone. Hey, okay, so I have my phone set up here because I can't see comments on my screen. So I'm going to have to watch it. So I'm not sure who is on for just a second. Good morning, Christine Baird. Hello, Tracy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. No time. I am sitting here with an incredible, incredible person. Her name is Mandy McTee, and we met a couple years ago, never even knew each other before. And she has been a rising star since the day she joined and has turned into a very, very good friend of mine. And I'm excited to be able to interview her and talk a little bit about how Pawfest has changed her business. So for those of you that don't know Mandy, I'm going to let her tell your story. So Mandy, will you start out by telling us your story? How did you get started and how did you get to first star vice president?
So let's see the beginning. So I was at an event and Elka happened to have a booth. And I think I may have only told her this once. I don't know how many times I've repeated it, but I actually walked past her booth and there was a sign that said, um, pet food with your pet's name and picture on it. And I was like, oh, gimmick. And I walked right by. I did not even want to stop. So anyway, later on throughout the event, I was helping a family member of mine with one of her booths. And Elka had come over because she knows this family member. It was my sister. And she wanted to talk to my sister and introduce her up to pawTree. Well, my sister was off somewhere else talking to somebody else in another area. So Elka and I got to talking, and the really cool thing is Roger Morgan was actually there, the CEO of pawTree, and I got to talk to him as well. And I thought, well, this is kind of neat, you know, you got the CEO out and about. So I started asking him a few questions, and I was a little skeptical because I'd never been in direct sales or multi-level marketing. I didn't know anything about that. I'm like, oh, like pyramid type stuff, and anyway. So Elka set up an appointment with me, and I was like, okay, I'll at least check it out, sure. So long story short, I wanted to, when I did the research myself, I really found that it was really good products. And so I thought, my dogs are aging, they're having health issues, I'd love to get them on something better. So I wanted to join just to get the discount and or free for my dog's food. And lo and behold, I fell in love with working the business and sharing the products and making a difference. And so here I am at a 1-star VP, which I never ever would have thought would have happened in 2.5 years in the time from the time I started, and made an incredible new friend with Elka, and and bringing an extra income into my home, meeting a whole bunch of new friends, products that are helping pets and my own pets, making a huge difference, and it's really changed my life.
Oh my gosh. So, three things that I really need to mention is first and foremost, I don't know if you heard Mandy say, I set an appointment. I did. I knew that I was horrible at follow up. So I set up a time that I knew that I could contact her. And if I never would have followed up, if I would have just dropped the ball and never would have followed up, I wouldn't have an amazing rock star like Mandy on my downline. So it really goes to show the importance of what follow up is. And I'd never have a good family. She's my family. She's become family over the last couple of years. And you joined October 31st, Halloween 2016?
Yes. No, 15.
15.
15. Yeah, it
It
was
was
15.
2015. Oh my gosh, so we're going on 3 years. So, my next question is everybody really wants to know what made you commit to going to your first Paw Fest? What was that one thing that made you jump in all four paws?
So, well, I will say that when I joined, I made VP in 5 months. And let me tell you, I was not ready for that. It was an experience I never would have thought could happen. And it was such an intense growth period that I knew I needed extra help. I knew I needed to learn how to be a leader, how to run my business more efficiently. And I wanted to connect with some of the folks on my team and those who've been around for a while because I knew I had a lot to learn. So I decided I really had to go to the first Pawfest. And so I made that commitment and I signed up and it was something that I just couldn't even prepare for how awesome it was. And I was so excited and had such a blast. I wish that we had Pawfest, every month. It was so much fun.
Which is so true, because I wish that we could get together. And Mandy, like she said, 5 months to VP. She was the fastest member in the company, petPro in the company, to ever reach VP title in 5 months. So if you guys really want to know the secrets, Mandy is no longer on Facebook, but her information's in our group. So reach out to her and pick her brain. She did an amazing job. So how has Pawfest helped you get from, let's see, director, senior director, executive director to VP? What do you think Pawfest gave you in return to help you to reach the title that you're at today?
Well, number one, you get a lot of product information, which, as any newbie knows, it helps to know the products. You don't have to know them to get started, but it really helps. Sorry, I've got my baby in the background talking to you all. I hope you can hear me over him. Number two is that legacy, no, I'm sorry, not legacy, but the leadership training the first day. If you're a leader, you get to go a day early and do leadership training. And you learn so much stuff about how to more effectively communicate with your team and how to not motivate them, but how to get them to discover what they want to get out of pawTree and help them to have some plans set forth and follow through with those so that they can be successful. And so that helped immensely. And then, one of the biggest key things about Pawfest, I took away a lot, but one big thing was it really solidified my belief in the company, and that the company and the products and Roger Morgan and the entire team really do love and care for all of our pet pros, all the pets that we help, and all the pet parents. And having that belief solidified in the company really just, dug my roots down, where I'm not going anywhere. This is my company, and I will be here for as long as I am alive and physically able to TSA. And so that was one of the big things. And it made me commit for my business when I went. You learn a lot about yourself as well. Like the time I went in 2016, Leslie Zan was also the host speaker. Or the featured speaker. And oh my gosh, the stuff I learned about myself internally and my desire and what I really wanted was incredible. And that really helped to take that and to put it into my business when I got home. And so all of those things combined, and the incredible people and all the fun free stuff that we get and the products.
Oh my gosh. I'll have to post a picture. So Brad and we had a king size bed one year, and I'm not kidding you, from the top of the bed to the bottom, like, we had to ship stuff home. Our entire bed was filled with free items that we had won or earned, but we had to ship like a huge box home. So talk about free stuff. But I loved what you said specifically, that it helped you commit to this business. It helped you to realize that you're the CEO of your business, and it started as a hobby, but realized that this business could give you a lot more than just being a hobbyist, and made you jump in.
Absolutely.
So one of my questions was about the keynote speaker, Leslie Zan. That's okay. The best part about this is that she can start this business from home.
Okay.
For kids. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yes. Okay, so Leslie Zan.
Yeah, so Leslie Zan. What's really funny is I'm going to post a picture of Mandy in the comments a little bit later, because I got a picture of her knee deep into Leslie Zan's. Like, I turned around, and she was so enthralled with Leslie Zan and everything she was saying. And I wish I would have known what was going through your head at that time. But what was the number one thing that you took away that Leslie Zan really helped you with?
A lot of you guys don't know this, but I actually have a husband who does not care for what I do with pawTree. And it's not that he has anything against the company, it's the commitment that I am putting into it. And, of course my family always comes first, but sometimes I want to work my business. I don't want to just stay at home and be a mom all day, every day. And so sometimes he has a hard time with that. Well, what I really learned from Leslie was that if you're serious about it and you really love it and you really desire it, she kind of helped me see a few things on how I could make it work both ways. How I could have my husband be more supportive by expressing what pawTree does for me, what it gives to me, and how it makes me feel. And by doing that, I'm able to let him know, hey, this is why I can't quit. This is why I need to keep doing this. These are all the amazing things that it gives me. And so I'm still with the business, of course. He had, I don't know that I want to go into all the whole big story, but between one of the breaks, we'll just say that I talked to him on the phone, and he says, you're supposed to be here. You should be at home with your family. You shouldn't be out there. And so now I'm, 2 years later, I'm still working the business. It's challenging sometimes because he's not as supportive as I would like him to be, but I'm still here, because I was able to effectively communicate to him what I loved about the business, why I needed it in my life, and how it could benefit our family as well as myself. And so I learned a lot about me being able to communicate those needs and things effectively, and then also turn around and use that to get away from my fears. One of the biggest things I learned about from Leslie was our fears. Everybody has fears, and we often let those hold us back from doing great and amazing things. And so I was able to kind of recognize some of the fears that I had and to be able to kind of work through them. And, there's still an ongoing process with some of the issues or fears that I have and things I'm working through, but I've overcome quite a few of them since 2016 when I had that Pawfest with Leslie.
And you've never given up. You've never given up. You committed. You believe. I mean, your belief bar probably went from here clear up to the sky. And it's been such a fun journey to watch you grow. Watch you grow as a mom, watch you grow as a wife, watch you grow as a leader in the company. I mean, Mandy was thrusted into a leadership position. She had what I like to call a leadership. Mm-hmm. And it was the biggest leadership that I've ever been able to watch within a single person. But she literally grew from this just mom into this natural born leader in months. And to watch her do that and be a part of that as her sponsor has been such an honor for me. And, Mandy and we've got open positions for anybody who wants to be a first-star vice president or a vice president. We have got open positions. Anytime somebody wants to apply and make it happen, we are here for you.
Yep. Always taking applications.
Yes. So we do a lot of fun things as a team at Pawfest. So yeah. What is one of your favorite things that we did as a team when you came to Pawfest?
So awards night is always fun for the team because you get to see who's working their business. Everybody gets to recognize each other and see, how hard they're working, and they get to have that appreciation from everybody. And then we also just getting together. I mean, having that time to communicate. There's so many people on my team I have never met, but I talk to on a fairly regular basis. And it's so nice to get in person with them and to be able to meet them and really say, hey, I know them, I've met them, they're not just somebody I talk to once in a while. And so that's really nice, being able to kind of get together and solidify the pawTree family. It's not just online that we're meeting folks, but more getting together, getting in person, and then it becomes, you really see the family thing kind of come together when we're all together at Pawfest.
I have to remind you of this story too. So Mandy at the time lived in Salt Lake. And so we got on the plane, and we do a lot of fun team things. So like this year, for anybody that goes to Pawfest, I'm giving out a gift card for whoever can TSA the most. From the time that you leave your house to the time you arrive at Pawfest, whoever can bring the most TSA slips earns a prize on team night. And I'll never forget, Mandy and I hit the ground running at the airport, right? We literally were talking to every single person there. And I have pictures of Mandy TSAing in the airport. She knocked me out of the park, and I was like, dang it, you. But this is why she's a first-star VP, is because when she commits, she jumps in all four paws. And I'll never forget when we pulled up in front of the hotel. Mandy had her own press outside with the cameras with her team. I remember hearing, is that Mandy? Is that Mandy? Oh my gosh, I think that's Mandy. And literally my goosebumps have goosebumps. I don't know if you can see it, but I remember your team, as you got off of the bus, they were screaming to run over and finally get to see this person that has led this incredible, fast-growing team. And I'll never forget that moment. I was like, she's a rock star. I need her autograph. She's amazing. So,
well, you might be focused on the me part of that, but I distinctly remember, oh, Elka, where's Elka?
yeah, and I remember people going, wow, she's a lot shorter than I thought. But it's the thrill and it's the excitement when we get to Pawfest. And yeah, Leanne saying, I was so excited to see you at Pawfest, Mandy.
It was so nice to meet her.
Yes, and awesome. I appreciate you coming and doing this Pawfest interview, because remembering all the fun times that we had is really a key point why we want all pet pros to come. First-time attendees, new pet pros, seasoned pet pros. We want you there because you will have some type of breakthrough, whether it's a personal breakthrough or a business breakthrough. But what advice do you have to pet pros that are thinking about coming to Pawfest this year for their first time?
So I recently came across something where somebody was talking about going to, their events for their company, and they were asking, they're saying, I don't have a team. Should I come? And the guy was like, yes, because you'll learn how to grow a team, develop a team, find a team, how to run your team, as well as your own personal business. If you don't have a team, you need to be there more than those who do, is kind of what he was saying. He says, because your business is just starting at the beginning stages, and that is where Pawfest will explode and catapult you into the next level of your business. So if you're serious about your business, whether you don't have a team at all, you have one or two, or maybe you have a team, but they're not all super active, you have got to go, because that gets you to the next level. If you're serious about running your business, you've got to be there.
It's so true. I cannot tell you how empowering, and watching the growth of people and meeting hundreds of like-minded people in the same conference. I mean, like-minded, I mean, it's a room full of incredible pet lovers, and you're going to learn how to take care of your pets. You're going to meet the team, Brooke Sloat, who's got our pets back 100%. You're going to meet Tammy, Melissa, and the rest, and Roger Morgan, who's the rest of the team, who's got your back as a pet pro. We are unique, and we would love to have you there and have a private breakfast with you. So Mandy and I, and Leanne Stidham, she's not on here, but I know that she's in the comments right now live. But we have decided that we want to give a first-time new pet pro an opportunity to pick at our 3 VP brains. And so, Mandy, will you tell them a little bit about the incentive that we're going to put out there at Pawfest?
Yes, I would love to. So I'm super excited. This is the first time we've done this. We want to allow a pet pro who has never been to Pawfest, whether you're new or not, if you've never been to Pawfest, we want to give you all an opportunity to be entered into a drawing to have one of you come and have breakfast with the VPs. Elka, myself, and Leanne, so you can come and sit down with us. You can talk to us. You can pick our brains. We can, develop a relationship with you if we don't already have one, and get to know you a little better and what it is about pawTree that you love so much, so that we can really help you with your business and help you see the vision in the long term.
So jump on board. Join Pawfest today. Don't miss out. Jump in all 4 paws. I promise you that if you have all of these objections, you're serious about this business, it'll take you to another level. I'm super, super thankful, Mandy, for you to sacrifice your time to come share with the team how Pawfest has changed your life. I'm super honored to be a part of your journey and your life as a friend. And I hope that everybody, if you have questions, comment below. And if you want to get a hold of Mandy, find her post, get her email address, which is mandyfortheloveofdogs@gmail.com. Send her an email. Get with her and pick her brain as much as you guys want. So I appreciate you for coming, Mandy, and I love you, Team Endless Possibilities. And let's get everybody to Pawfest.
Yes. Woo! Thanks, Elka.
See you